Hi everybody and welcome back. So today we're going to be taking a look at the iStick NoWos kit. This has the Duro tank. This is by Eleaf. It's an all-inclusive kit. It comes with your tank, it comes with your mod, it comes with a little bit of extras that I'm going to show you down below. It does go up to 80 watts, so that's awesome. And it's a wattage only device. So it's really user simple. This I would highly recommend for like newer vapors or things like that. I don't want to get too much into it. Wattage only. It does have a 4400 internal battery, milliamp hour battery. And yeah, it comes with the tank. It comes with the mod. The tank does hold 6.5 milliliters of e-liquid, which you know I love. And it does come with 2 mesh coils. So let's go ahead and go down and we'll take a look at it and then we'll come back up and I'll tell you more. Okay, so here we are with the iStick NoWos by Eleaf. This is just a couple things about it right on the front. Battery capacity is a 4400 milliamp hour internal battery. The max wattage is 80 watts. The max output is 9 volts and the resistance range is a 0.123 ohms. It does have the type C charging, so I'm going to show you that. This is the box that it comes in. All the social media links for Eleaf World. And then on the back, it's going to tell you what the full kit comes with. It comes with the mod. It comes with the Duro atomizer, 2 coil heads, the USB cable, manuals, and spare parts. And then you open it up. And inside, you're going to get the mod and you're going to get the tank. We'll go over the tank in a second. And just take everything else out of here. In the bottom, you're going to get 2 manuals. I love Eleaf products. I absolutely love them. I think that they're amazing. I love the fact that they do give you 2 manuals. This is the Duro Quick Start Guide. This will tell you a little bit about your tank. It's going to tell you how to fill it and things like that, but we'll go over it. And then you've got the NoWos manual. This is just for the mod. So it's great because if you have questions about the mod itself, you can go to the manual. If you have questions about the tank, you can go to the manual. Inside, you're also going to get an extra glass. Currently installed is the bubble glass, but it does give you an extra straight glass. This is the this type C USB. What it means is that it's actually got your USB connector and then it's got this here for your for the type C charging, which will make it charge really fast, and it literally charges in like an hour and 15 minutes to an hour and a half. So it's a really great cable, even if you have other devices that you can use it for. I think that that's just awesome. Then you've got your O-rings and your other things that you're going to need for your tank, for your fill ports. It also comes with 2 different fill ports. If you notice, this one actually has, let me zoom in. This one actually has like that blocker in it. So if you want this type of fill port, you can do that, or you can use the open one. So I love that they come with extras. You also get a coil already installed in the tank, and then you get this one. This is a dual mesh coil, as you can see inside. This one is actually the HWN dual. This is the 0.25 ohm coil, good between 25 to 65 watts, and that's what that looks like, which is awesome. And then you've also got the coil that's currently installed. Now this is the basic Duro tank that I have reviewed before. It's an amazing tank. It does have your protruding 510. It does have the triple airflow, which to me, it makes it just like an even vape. So whatever you do to one side will happen to the others. Very easy and both on a stopper. It does have the 810 size drip tip, but it is not 810 compatible because the O-rings are on the drip tip itself. And then it is top fill, so all you do is find that little notch right there, push it back, and that's how you can fill it. Again, it does have the other, if you want to block off this fill port, you can actually change this little O-ring or plastic piece to the one that's actually included, which is awesome. This does hold 6.5 milliliters of e-liquid, which for me is phenomenal. I love that fact. I love larger capacity tanks. That's just my preference. You can actually take this whole thing apart to switch out the glass if you want to. This is the other coil that it comes with. I did want to show you this. And then we'll go ahead and prime it up. This is also another dual mesh. This one is actually the 0.2 ohms, also good between 25 to, this one's 25 to 60 watts. So that is that one. I'm actually going to switch it out for the other one because I do like the higher wattages personally. but that's just my preference. So all you need to do is, if you want to do that, you're just going to put it in here. What I always suggest doing, it doesn't matter what sub-ohm tank that you have, turn it counterclockwise first until the threading actually grips. You feel it grip, and then tighten it down. This will prevent any type of leaking. I get a lot of emails and questions and messages regarding leaking, and it's usually user error by not having it threaded correctly. So if you do it that way, it grips it perfectly. And then for today's e-liquid, I'm actually going to be using some of this vanilla custard overloaded. So what I'm going to do is show you how to prime up the coil. This is the same way that you would do for any type of sub-ohm tank. You want to go ahead and wet some of the cotton here. You don't want to over flood it, but you do want to put a little bit in there like that. And then I always wet the cotton that is on the outside too. This is going to help it prime up or start it saturating. So when you actually fill it up and have it sitting for a few minutes, it'll actually saturate a little bit faster and give you less time to actually have it sitting down. And then what I do is just go ahead and open it up here. And it's really, really simple. Just go ahead and fill it up. Again, it does hold 6.5 milliliters of e-liquid, which is a really, really great amount of capacity in my opinion. And then just close it down. You're gonna put this aside for about 5 to 10 minutes just so that it'll saturate, so that you won't get any dry hits. Now for the star of the show. This is actually the Eleaf NoWos, iStick NoWos mod. This is how it looks. It's got a reset button here. This is your fire button. On the back it says iStick NoWos. On the side there's nothing here except for the USB firmware upgrade or charging port. On the bottom you have plenty of battery ventilation. I really like that. Being that this does hold a 4400 milliamp hour internal battery, air venting is really, really important and very key. This mod is extremely light. For having a 4400 milliamp hour internal battery, it is extremely light. It literally feels like there's no batteries. Like some of these mods that have no batteries in it, that amount of weight. To turn it on, it is 5 clicks of your power button. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When you turn it on, you're going to have your battery percentage. This is going to be your resistance and then your wattage. And if you notice, there's literally nothing else to do. There's just nothing. If you click on it and it doesn't have an atomizer, it is going to show no right on it, but there's literally nothing else. On and off for the 5 clicks. Now to get to set your wattage, which this is a wattage only mod, so it's super, super easy, especially for beginner vapors. I think that this was, Eleaf's iStick products are, to me, are always recommended for newer vapors, in my opinion, because of the way that they're built and that their ease of use. To get to change your wattage, all you have to do is you click this fire button 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Now if you notice, these 2 lights came on. These are your up and down. It is literally touch screen. So you can go all the way down to 1 watt. It goes a little bit slower towards the end. But if you notice, that's the seconds that it's taking you. Go 4, 3, 2, 1 watt, all the way up to 80 watts. So this is an 80 watt device. Super, super user friendly, and I think that that's just great. There's nothing but ease of use with this mod. Literally, it's wattage only. Once you've selected the wattage that you want, again, touchscreen down and up, you just press and hold your fire button for a couple seconds until those dots disappear, and then that's it. You cannot accidentally change your wattage while vaping or anything else. 5 clicks to turn it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's off. It's as easy as that. And if you notice, there's no startup screen or anything like that. It's literally on and it's off. So that to me is really, really key to this. And yeah, it's just plain on this side and it's plain on this side. It does have the spring-loaded 510 pin. I do want to let you know that it is a little bit raised. It is a raised 510, but it will give you just... Depending on the atomizer that you put on, you might get a slight gap. There is an ever so slight gap, like literally barely, where you can barely see it, but there is a gap. And I've actually tried a couple other atomizers and it also has the same type of gappage. So I'm not sure why they actually decided to raise this, but there is a tiny bit of gap. So I did want to let you know, it doesn't hinder anything about the mod, the tank, anything like that. The vaping experience, everything is just fine. It reads your resistance automatically when you put the tank on, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. So this is the Eleaf iStick NoWos kit with the Duro tank. So let's go ahead and go on top and we'll talk about it. Okay, so here we are back on top with the ELLOS Duro tank and the NoWos mod, iStick NoWos mod from Eleaf. This to me is like a super great beginner kit. I always recommend for new vapors and people looking to get into vaping, all of the iStick type of devices from Eleaf, and this is no exception. This is great because it's wattage only. You don't have to worry about temperature control or TCR or anything like that. It's literally just wattage. In addition to that, you don't have to purchase any batteries. It comes with the 4400 milliamp hour internal battery. Very, very fast charging because of the Type-C USB that is in here. It takes about an hour and 15 minutes to an hour and a half to fully charge, depending on how low your battery is. I'm going to go ahead and turn this up again to change your wattage. 1, 2, 3 until you get your little dots and touchscreen. I love touchscreen. So I'm going to take this up to the full 65 watts, which is what this tank is capable of. Again, it does have your percentage and your resistance. So let's go ahead and have a vape. I love, love, love Eleaf's tanks. I really do. Especially the Duro, it's one of my favorite from Eleaf, and it doesn't disappoint. You've got the type of airflow, so to me, it's just an even vape. If you've seen my reviews on other devices that have this tank, you'll hear me say the same thing. It's an even airflow. It doesn't feel like it's just one-sided. It literally gives you that feeling of evenness. Great cloud production, amazing flavor. They do have the mesh coils, and I love the fact that they give you the 2 mesh coils. Not just 1, but 2. So, okay, the only con that I have come up with on this, well, there's 2. It's going to be that minuscule gap that you see right there. There's a very, very little gap, but you can see it. So that is one con for me. And the other one, which is a subjective con, is I feel like the battery percentage should have been separated from the resistance. Maybe the resistance could have been somewhere else smaller, maybe on the bottom or something like that, just to even out the display. That's just my opinion. I just think there's just too much going on right at the top, but that's just my opinion. And again, it is subjective. My pros are going to be the flavor and the clouds on this tank. The coils on this tank is amazing. I really, really love it. I love the fact that it's got the airflow. It just makes it more even for me. It's just a more even and flavorful vape, in my opinion. I love the fact that this is wattage only, because especially for the newer vapors that aren't into the temperature control and the TCR and the bypass and the this and that and everything else, I think that that's really, really nice. I think this is an awesome and amazing kit for a new beginning vapor. You can actually turn down your airflow if you want a little bit more restrictive type of a vape. It's very, very lightweight, even with the tank on it, very, very lightweight compared to some mods without their batteries in it. So I really, really like that. I love the fact that it only goes up to 80 watts because especially for a newer vapor, you really don't need to go much higher than 80 watts, in my opinion. I love the fact that it has plenty of battery ventilation. Being that it's an internal battery mod, I feel like that is key and it's very, very important. And I love the display. The display is really, really nice and bright. You don't have to worry about not being able to see it. I think that you can see it from here. You can see it from here. It's really, really nice. So I love their color schemes. It actually comes in 5 colors, if I'm not mistaken, which is, oh my goodness, what was it? It was 5 colors. It was rainbow, stainless, black, red, and I think there was one more color. I did forget to write that down. And usually I'm really, really good about that, but I did forget to write it down. But it comes in a variety of colors. It's 6.5 milliliters of e-liquid capacity. To me is key. The only other thing is I wish that it came with an extra bubble glass, not the straight glass, or having that option of like maybe a kit that comes with both and then a kit that comes with the same bubble glass. I feel like that would be awesome. But again, that is very, very subjective. So that's pretty much it right now. I haven't been able to find it yet online, but if you Google it, probably in a week or so, you should be able to find it. My VPro is probably going to have it. My Vapor Store, Heaven Gifts, things like that should have it. And I'm guessing a kit like this about $60 to $70 in my opinion. I think would be just great because it's an all-in-one and it's Eleaf. Eleaf, you can't go wrong with Eleaf. I love, love, love Eleaf. Eleaf is, since beginning, they've been around for so long, and I really suggest it, especially for beginners. The Eleaf products are just amazing. So yeah, so that's it for my review. Oh, I did want to mention the type of coils that it does come with. They are both listed as Kanthal. I did want to let you know because sometimes the coils are not listing the type of material that's being used, but in this case, Eleaf has put down that they are both made of Kanthal. So yes, it was silver, dazzling, which is like a rainbow, blue, red, and black. Those are the colors. See, I told you I knew it. So that's it. And yeah, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and don't forget about the little bell notification. All my social media links are down below. Unfortunately, we cannot leave links to where you can purchase the products anymore, but all my other social media links are down below, as well as the links that I do recommend are on my Facebook group or my Facebook page, Wendy Vapes. The link is down below. So yeah, so that's it for this review, and I will see you on the next one.